Stop for a second. What if I tell you this one idea can change your whole life? Not money, not luck, not your family, your mindset. Today we are not talking about money. We are talking about how rich people think, and why many people stay poor, tired, and frustrated, not because they have no money, but because they think small. Listen carefully. Your thoughts build your future. Small thoughts create a small life. Strong thoughts create a strong life. You don't need rich parents. You don't need a perfect English level. You don't need permission from anyone. You need a rich mindset. And step by step, this video will help you build it. Let's start with the first big difference between rich and poor thinking. 1. Rich people set big goals. Here is a truth many people don't want to hear. Small goals feel safe, but they destroy your future. Poor thinking sounds like this. I just want to pay my bills. I just want to survive this month. I just want any job. I hope my boss doesn't fire me. This thinking feels comfortable, but it is weak, and it keeps people stuck in the same life for years. Rich people think differently. They don't ask, how can I survive? They ask, how can I change my life? They ask, what life do I really want? What will make me proud when I'm old? What can I build in the next 10 years? Big goals feel scary, but they also feel exciting. Let's look at a real example. Daniel from Austin, Texas. Daniel was not rich. He was not famous. He was just a normal man from Austin, Texas. Did Daniel say, I just want a small job and a quiet life? No. He said, I want to build clean energy homes and help families save money. People laughed at him. They said, it's too big. You're not smart enough. You will fail. But Daniel didn't stop. His goal was not small. It was a mission. Today, his company helps thousands of families. Not because he was lucky, but because he thought big. So why don't most people set big goals? The real reason people think small fear. Fear of failure. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of what people will say. Fear of trying. So people make their dreams smaller and smaller until they dream about nothing. But here is the danger. Small goals don't protect you. They slowly kill your motivation. One day you wake up tired, full of regret, thinking, why didn't I try? Big goals do the opposite. They give you energy. They give you focus. They give you purpose. Let me make it very simple. Small goals versus big goals. Small goal, I want to survive. Big goal, I want to help others. Small goal, I want a job. Big goal, I want to build something. Small goal, I want to lose weight. Big goal, I want to be the healthiest person in my family and inspire them. Small goals come from fear. Big goals come from vision. Now it's your turn. One powerful exercise. Take a notebook. Write this question. If I was not afraid, what would I really want in life? Write your answer. Even if it sounds crazy, even if it feels impossible, then write one more thing. What is one small step I can take today? Big dreams don't start with magic. They start with courage. If your goals don't scare you, they are too small. If your dreams don't excite you, you are not living. You are just existing. Your life will never be bigger than your goals. If you want a rich life, you must start with rich goals. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now, let me ask you one powerful question. Who controls your life right now? Your boss? Your parents? Your past? Your luck? Or you? Today we talk about the second big difference between rich and poor thinking. It is called responsibility. Responsibility means one simple thing. Whatever happens in my life, I choose my response. I choose my actions. I choose my mindset. That means my life is in my hands. But many people misunderstand responsibility, what responsibility really means. Responsibility does not mean everything is your fault. Listen carefully. Responsibility means everything is your direction. Poor mindset says, why does this always happen to me? I have bad luck. It's not my fault. Someone else should fix this. Rich mindset says, this happened. What can I do now? What can I learn? How can I grow stronger? What action can I take today? Poor mindset waits. Rich mindset moves. Now listen to this very important idea. Blame versus power. When you blame others, you give them power. When you take responsibility, you take your power back. If everything is someone else's fault, you become a victim. You stay weak. You stay stuck. But when you say, I can change my decisions, I can change my actions, I can change my future, you become unstoppable. This is the mindset of leaders, creators, builders, winners. Let's look at real life. A simple example. 2 lives, 1 problem. Imagine 2 people in Chicago. Same day, same problem. Both lose their job. Person A, poor mindset, cries all day, blames the company, says life is unfair, complains to friends, does nothing for months, becomes angry, stays stuck. Person B, rich mindset, feels sad. That's normal. But the next day says, okay, what can I do now? Updates resume, learns new skills, applies for better jobs, starts a small side project, gets stronger. Same problem. 2 mindsets, 2 futures. So why do most people choose blame? Why blame feels easy. Blame is comfortable. People blame the government, their parents, their boss, their city, their childhood, their past, their mistakes, their bad luck. They blame everyone, except the one person who can change everything, themselves. Blame feels good for a moment. Responsibility feels painful at first, but responsibility is the only path to growth. Let me tell you a short story. The story of the garden. A young man from Lisbon went to a mentor and said, I failed in life. Nothing works for me. I have bad luck. The mentor took him to a garden. He pointed to a tree full of fruit and asked, did this tree grow because someone complained near it? The young man said, no. Did it grow because someone blamed the weather or the soil? No. The mentor smiled and said, this tree used everything. Sun, rain, storms, hard days, good days. It did not wait for a perfect life. It created one. Then he said, your life is the same. Growth comes from using what you have, not crying about what you don't. That moment changed the young man forever. And responsibility changes your life in powerful ways. What happens when you take responsibility? When you take responsibility, 4 things change. 1, you become emotionally strong. You don't break so easily. You face problems like a leader. 2, you get clear thinking. Blame makes you blind. Responsibility shows solutions. 3, you grow faster. You ask, what can I learn? What can I improve? 4, people respect you. Leaders take ownership. Complainers get ignored. So remember this. Blame keeps you stuck. Responsibility makes you grow. Blame gives away power. Responsibility creates power. Poor mindset says, someone should fix this. Rich mindset says, I will fix this. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to solve your problems. You are the one. Say this sentence out loud. I am responsible for my life. Say it again. Say it until you feel it. Because the moment you take ownership, your life finally begins. The moment you accept responsibility, something changes. You stop being a victim, and you become a creator. Your future is not in the hands of your parents, not in society, not in your boss, not in luck. Your future is in your hands, and the faster you accept this, the faster you rise. Now let's talk about the third big difference between rich and poor thinking. 3. Rich people have self-discipline. Here is a simple truth most people ignore. Motivation starts you, but self-discipline finishes the job. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Rich people don't wait to feel motivated. They don't ask, "Do I feel like it today?" They wake up, and they do the work, even when they feel tired, even when it's boring, even when no one is watching. That is discipline. That is why they win. Let me explain this in very simple English. What self-discipline really means. Self-discipline means doing what you must do, even when you don't want to do it, because you know it builds the life you want. It means controlling your words when you are angry, closing TikTok and opening a book, saying no to laziness, saying yes to progress. It means choosing the future over comfort, long-term success over short-term pleasure. This is how rich people live. This is why they grow. This is why they win. Now let's be honest, why most people stay average. Most people procrastinate. They start strong, then quit after 3 days. They make excuses. They blame their mood, their past, their phone, their energy. They say, "I'll start tomorrow." And tomorrow never comes. This is not a motivation problem. It is a decision problem. Poor mindset decides by feelings. Rich mindset decides by goals. And here is the good news. Discipline is a skill, not a talent. You are not born disciplined. You build discipline. Discipline is like a muscle. Train it. It grows. Ignore it. It becomes weak. At first, discipline is painful, very painful. But if you show up every day, it becomes your power. And once you have it, almost nothing can stop you. Let's look at a real example. Marcus from Los Angeles. Marcus wanted to become great at basketball. Was he the most talented? No. Was he lucky? No. But while others were sleeping, Marcus was training. While others were partying, Marcus was practicing. He trained early mornings, late nights, in silence. He once said, "I trained like I was second, even when people said I was first." That is discipline. That is why he became a legend. Now let's talk about you. Your time is your life. Check your phone screen time, 3 hours a day, 5 hours, 7 hours. Now imagine using just half of that time to learn a skill, train your body, train your mind, build your dream, learn English fluently. In 1 year, you would not recognize yourself, but that requires discipline. Let's make this very practical. What discipline looks like in real life. You want to be fit. Discipline is eating healthy when you want junk food. You want fluent English? Discipline is practicing on lazy days. You want money? Discipline is saving instead of wasting. You want success? Discipline is working when others sleep. Poor mindset waits to feel ready. Rich mindset acts anyway. Now let's turn this into action. 5. Simple steps to build discipline. You don't need to change your whole life today. Start with one habit, just one. Example, I wake up at 6:30 a.m. for 21 days. 2. Make it daily. Every day matters. Consistency beats perfection. 3. Remove temptation. Delete distractions. Turn off notifications. Make bad habits harder. 4. Track progress. Use a notebook or app. Cross off each successful day. 5. Don't break the chain. One day becomes a streak. A streak becomes identity. Discipline is not loud. It is quiet, daily, powerful. Build discipline, and you build everything. Say this to yourself now. I don't miss twice. 1 bad day, okay, that's human. 2 bad days, not allowed. You show up again, even if it's small, even if it's only 1%. You protect the habit. You protect the streak. Because that is how winners are made. Now let me tell you a truth most people don't like. Success is boring. Success is not exciting. It's waking up when you're tired. It's working while others relax. It's choosing water over soda. Studying instead of scrolling. saying no when everyone says yes. Success is not about feeling amazing. It's about doing the work even when you feel nothing. Discipline is doing what you hate as if you love it. Read that again, slowly. That is how rich people think. That is how they live. That is how they win. Because life is not fully in your control, what you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control the economy. You can't control your past. You can't control other people. But you can control your actions, your choices, your habits. And that control, that discipline, is the bridge between your dreams and your real life. If you don't build this bridge, you stay stuck forever. If you build it, almost nothing can stop you. Now comes the next level of rich thinking. 4. Rich people are obsessed with self-development. Say this out loud. The more I grow, the more my life grows. Rich people are not obsessed with money. They're obsessed with growth. They love learning. They love improving. They love becoming better every day. Most people stop learning after school. Rich people never stop. They treat their mind like a treasure box, and every day they put something valuable inside. Let's understand what self-development really means. What self-development is. Self-development means improving your mind, your skills, your habits, your attitude. It means reading good books, fixing bad habits, practicing useful skills, listening to people smarter than you, thinking about how you think. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting better. Even 1% a day. Now here is the sad truth. Why most people stay stuck. After school, they stop reading. After college, they stop learning. After getting a job, they stop growing. They watch thousands of hours of shows, but 0 hours of learning. They upgrade their phone every year, but never upgrade their mindset. That's why they feel bored, empty, lost, because when you stop growing, you start dying inside. Let's look at a powerful example. Robert from Omaha. Robert is one of the richest men in the world. Do you know what he does most of the day? He reads 5 to 6 hours a day. He once said, read 500 pages a day. That's how knowledge works. It grows like interest. This man is not in school. He is old, but he never stops learning, because he knows one thing. Your mind is your greatest asset. Now compare two mindsets. Poor mindset versus rich mindset. Poor mindset says, learning is boring. I already know enough. I don't have time. Books are useless. Rich mindset says, every book makes me stronger. Every skill opens a door. Every lesson gives me power. If I'm not growing, I'm falling behind. That's why rich people invest in books, courses, mentors, skills, languages, health, focus, confidence, time management. They don't see it as extra. They see it as necessary. Let's make this personal. You and Groats. You want to learn English. Poor mindset says, I'll start later. Watches one video, feels embarrassed, quits. Rich mindset says, I practice 30 minutes a day. I read one simple book. I speak out loud every morning. I fail and learn. And slowly, they become fluent. Not because they are smarter, but because they grow daily. This is not a challenge. Final truth. Self-development is not once a week, not 30 days. It's a daily choice. Listen carefully. This may be the most important truth you will ever hear. Your time is your life, not your money, not your job, not your status. Every second that passes is a piece of your life you will never get back. Rich people understand this early. Poor mindset ignores it. That's why rich people respect time more than money. Why time is more valuable than money. Money can be earned again. Time cannot. Gold can be saved. Time cannot. Once a minute is gone, it's gone forever. That's why rich people protect their time, plan their time, invest their time. Poor mindset wastes time, without thinking. So what does good time management really mean? What managing time really means? Time management is not being busy. It is knowing what matters and giving your time to that. It means saying no to distractions, saying yes to priorities, planning your day, finishing what you start. It means respecting time the same way you respect money. Now let's be honest. Why most people feel lost? Most people wake up late, scroll their phone for hours, watch episode after episode, say yes to everything, plan nothing. They say, I'll do it later. Later becomes never. Then they ask, why is my life out of control? Why am I not successful? Why nothing changes? Here is the answer. If you don't control your time controls you. Let me show you the difference. Same 24 hours, different lives. Both people have 24 hours. Person A, poor mindset, sleeps too long, scrolls phone for hours, watches shows, complains, dreams instead of acting, works only to survive. Person B, rich mindset, sleeps enough, not too much, plans the day in the morning, does important work first, learns something new daily, limits distractions, reflects at night. Same time, very different results, because rich people don't spend time, they invest it. Now let's talk about your phone. Your phone, tool or prison. Your phone is powerful, but for most people, it steals their future. Ask yourself, how many hours did I scroll today? How much of that helped my life? How much was just empty pleasure? You don't need to delete your phone. You need to control it, or it will control you. Now listen to this carefully. The biggest lie about success. Most people think money is everything. That is a lie. You can always make more money. You can never make more time. A rich man near death would give all his money for one more healthy year. Think about that. Want to build a business? You need time. Want a strong body? You need time. Want fluent English? You need time. If you waste time, you destroy your future. So let's make this practical. How rich people use time daily. They read 10 pages a day. Small action, big result. They practice one skill for 30 minutes daily. English, writing, speaking, cooking, anything. They track progress. They write what they learned, what was hard, how to improve tomorrow. They listen while walking. Walk plus audio, sell out double growth. They protect their environment. They follow growth. They unfollow noise. Because your life outside is a mirror of your mind inside. And here is the final truth. Final message. Stop fixing the outside. Fix the inside. The greatest gift you can give yourself is this decision. I will never stop growing. The world will keep changing. Only learners will keep winning. Read, think, grow, practice, study, reflect, repeat. That is the way of the rich. That is the way of the powerful. That is the way of those who refuse to stay the same. Your time is your life. Use it wisely.